Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Really pleased with how we played today. First, tip of the hat to the administration. Had a great crowd out there today. Ton of energy in the stadium, and it's been so long since we've been in the stadium. It felt great to be back on out there. And the video board looked terrific. From what I heard, the skydivers were a lot of fun. Just a great environment, and I was really pleased that we came out with a ton of energy. Really got a buzz off the crowd, and we have a bunch of young players that we talked about. And our young guys are talented. They're going to make some mistakes, but I think you saw some of the explosive ability that a lot of those guys played with. I thought our quarterbacks played well, in particular Zach. He's made a ton of growth from a year ago. We saw that at practice, but until you go out on a Thursday night or a Saturday and do it against somebody else, you don't really know. And I thought he did a nice job stepping up to the challenge and really doing a great job leading our team. Defensively, I was really impressed with how physical our defense played. We limited them. We basically took the run away from them, made them one-dimensional. And I thought our defensive backs did a terrific job being physical. It helped because we had a good rush up front, but their quarterback's a good player. A guy who threw for 3,000 yards a year ago and came back this year with a lot of confidence and good skill around him. And our guys were up for the challenge. So really pleased with the overall effort.
Questions for Coach?
Yeah, Coach, 84 plays, is that the tempo you're looking for?
I'd like to get about 100, to be honest with you. There's times that we could have gone faster, but 84 for a first game, especially with a quarterback that is just starting to come into his own, I thought was a pretty good tempo.
And what did you think of Zach? I mean, this was the first time we'd seen him since last season.
Yeah.
He hadn't practiced live. We talked about a little bit of that in camp, but how do you think he reacted?
Yeah, no, again, he did the things that we expected him to do based on practice. He played like he did at practice. I mean, was very much under control, moved in the pocket to make plays, kept his eyes down the field. I thought he was real accurate with the ball. The one throw that got intercepted, I think, we didn't do a good job with the receiver. We got to do a better job there. But I thought overall he played really well, and I was really pleased. Wasn't surprised, but was really pleased with how he played.
The touchdown pass to Blandon, I mean, that was
that was impressive. Yeah, both those guys. He put it in a great spot, and one of the things we really like about Josiah is his length, and he caught the ball over the guy like he's going to do a lot this year.
Zach got to put the ball in a perfect
Put it in a great spot. And he had a couple other throws that were really, I thought, in good spots. We got to do a better job catching the ball or just slightly adjusting.
No questions for Coach?
Coach, looks like, at least by the box score, longest ACU play of the day was 22 yards. How good did it feel not to give up any big plays?
It feels terrific. A year ago, that as we mentioned, ad nauseum, giving up big plays was our Achilles heel, and you can't play good defense 4 out of 5 reps. If that 5th rep you're giving up a 50-yard play, and this was an explosive group. I mean, they averaged over 30 points a game, and put 30-something points on 2 FBS teams a year ago, and had a bunch of their offense, mostly their skill back. And like I mentioned before, very well coached. For our guys to buckle down, I didn't see maybe one time where we had receivers running open there. They're catching contested throws and not having many opportunities after a catch to run. I thought we just really improved up there, and I think it's a great testament to our secondary coaches, Coach Woodson, and he's done a terrific job in instilling a mentality there, and really happy with what he and Ricky are both doing with those guys.
Did you have pretty well decided that Jason was going to come in on that, when he did on that?
Yeah, we talked.
Drive. Did you?
Yeah, we talked the first full drive of the second quarter. We were going to start it with Jason, and I'm trying to remember now the exact.
He led a touchdown drive on that first.
That was the first one. Yeah.
Did you have any hesitation though, because Zach had just thrown that pass to Blandon, and then did you bring in? Maybe is that the perfect time to bring in a second guy? After he throws a great pass, right?
I think. Had Zach struggled and you bring him in, maybe there's some doubt that goes into Zach's mind. I thought he played really well. We knew that at start of the second quarter that's what we were going to do. And we told him beforehand we're going to play chasing early there. And so I think it helped both those guys knowing what the expectation was. And I said, if Zach lights it up, we're still going to play Chase, and we've got to develop depth of that position. It was really good to see both of them play well. They both have things you got to work on, but overall, I was really pleased with those guys for a first game.
You know, what'd you think about Chase? I mean, that was the first time anybody here really seen him.
Again, there's some things that, he'd like to take back, but, I think he showed incredible poise. People got a chance to see a little bit of his athleticism, and, he can wing the ball.
Coach, are we going to see both quarterbacks in next Saturday's game against Ole Miss?
We're going to sit and talk as a staff, see where we're at with that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Coach, James Bailey played a lot, it seemed like, at the nickel position. What does he bring, and what did you think of his performance today?
I thought James played terrific. He does not act like a true freshman. He's a dynamic football player. He's very, very sharp. He's athletic enough to play as our nickel. He's an outside linebacker. You saw him today, blow up some plays on the perimeter that, in years past, maybe they would have some plays, and we'd get out leveraged on defense, and they weren't doing that today. So really pleased with how well he played.
Did you have any indication they would use their second quarterback as much as they did going into this one?
Well, we knew they were going to play both. Didn't know exactly how much. I think they're kind of like us. They got two terrific quarterbacks. They're going to have a tough decision. But I think that's going to be a team that's going to win a lot of games in their league. I like our situation with our two quarterbacks, and if we can continue to get some depth there, I'll feel better at night. Because unfortunately injuries are part of this game, and you got to have somebody ready to go if the starter's not ready to go.
Do you think about putting Ford in at any time in the second half?
If we'd had some more snaps, we were discussing it, but we fumbled the punt there, and we lost that possession, and unfortunately.
Coach, you've seen this team progress through fall camp. Did anything surprise you the team did today, good or bad?
I don't know. We kind of expected our guys to make some explosive plays. I don't know that I was surprised. You'd like to play perfectly, you never do. Young guys are going to do some things that you're not sure why they're going to do it, but they get in the heat of the moment and make some mistakes. But I thought we played with enough effort that we got through most of those. Particularly on defense, we had, I thought, great effort to the ball. Offensively, we've got some skill guys that can make guys miss and make contested plays. And to see all those guys make some plays, we dropped some balls, but to see the plays being made and still left a bunch on the field, gives you hope that we got to keep improving. And I told people we're going to be a much better team in November than we are right now. As soon as we keep getting some more games under our belt.
One more question for Coach.
Ezra had a big game in a while. How good was that to see?
It was great to see. Now the bad part is we're going to hear about it for a while, but it was great to see him get back to his normal form. To see him put both arms above his head for the first time in a while and actually pick that ball off. Have him come off the edge and get the sack was good to see. He's got to be smarter. He got the one personal foul that he'll have to pay for. Come on Monday, but. He brings great energy to our defense, and he's got to be that productive player, that disruptive player that he was tonight for us to continue to be a good defense.
How does he pay for it on